rest in peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a pick a card reading on what action you need to take right now. After I do the pick a card reading, I'm gonna open it up for you guys to ask free questions. And guess what? John is also here. John will be answering some of your questions as well. It's his hand. This is my hand. All right, so I'm just gonna be hanging out for a second, saying hi to you guys while everybody joins. And if you are catching this after it's already uploaded and after it's already been streamed, I'm so sorry. Hopefully you'll catch me live again in the future, but feel free to fast forward a little bit to the pick a card reading and be able to enjoy the pick a card reading. Also, right now on the clock here it says 2211. It's so weird. Anyways, what's up, you guys? Hi, Miss Lavenda. Hi, Janal. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Queen Andine. Hi, Amrit Das. Hi, S Universe. Hi, Brooklyn. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Camellia. Hi, John. Guess what? I've got John here with me. Hi, Autumn. Hi, Jovana. Hi, Mirko. Hi, Linda. So I want you guys all right now to just go ahead. Oh, hi, Lehman. Go ahead and relax, take some deep breaths, and go ahead and choose an object. You are going to be getting a message about what action you need to be taking right now. Because guess what? It is the first quarter moon, and in the moon cycle right now, this is the phase where we take action. So the next couple days, you might be receiving a lot of downloads and a lot of energy, like you want to move forward. You're going to be getting lots of ideas, so it's time to take action. I'm going to help you guys figure out what it is you need to be doing. So choose a number or an object. Number 1, the amethyst. So number 1, the amethyst. Number 2, the keys. Or number 3, the snow quartz. So which one are you guys choosing? I'm going to give you guys 10 or 15 more seconds to choose a card, number 1, number 2, or number 3, to get your message on what action you're supposed to be taking right now to move forward. Are you guys ready? Have you chosen a card? Let's do this, okay? So if you choose number 1, the amethyst, here is your message. So the action you need to take. First of all, they're saying it's time to move towards your destiny, okay? So whatever repeated thoughts or repeated desires, repeated fantasies and dreams you've had in your mind lately, these are messages from the universe, because the universe sends us messages through our repeated thoughts and repeated feelings. So have you been feeling like you want to move forward towards a certain path or towards a certain goal or towards a certain career? Or you want to learn something new, you want to develop a gift or a talent that you have? It's time to work towards your destiny is what they're saying. And it's like you're really afraid to walk this path alone. Maybe this means you might have to move somewhere and go off on your own journey. And so they're saying it's time to just take this path. You know, don't wait for permission from anybody. Don't wait for people to tell you what their opinion is of what it is you're doing. Because sometimes, you know, we have this idea in our mind, but we're like afraid. We're like, should I do this? And so we go ask all these people around us what they think about it. And you know what? These people aren't us. Sometimes your closest friends and family can actually tell you that you can't do your dreams or it's not worth it, or they're all going to have a certain opinion on what it is you should do. So the message here is not to ask opinions, to just take this path and take this risk and take this leap of faith. This is about being grounded and actually making a list of what your goals are and meditating on, of course, what the next step is, which is what this reading is about. And what I'm seeing for you is you need to make a list of your goals and desires, and then it's time for you to start gathering all the tools and materials and supplies that you need. As part of this, you might need to save up a little bit of money. So that might be your first step, is perhaps to, get another job or save some of your income or make a plan on how you can make that happen. So it's time to get the tools, materials, and supplies together. And I feel like this is what was holding you back. Kind of reminds me of, you guys all know I'm a fashion stylist, and I worked really hard on, getting this path going for myself. And in the beginning, I put off becoming a fashion stylist for so long because I was like, I don't know any designers. I don't know where to get any clothes. But one day I was just like, I gotta take action. I gotta do this. And I just went to the thrift store and I got some clothes, So maybe you start off with just some basic materials or basic supplies, and later you can work your way up to whatever is next. Maybe you want to be a photographer, but you're like, I don't have a nice camera, so I'm just gonna wait until then before I take pictures. Well, use your phone, use whatever you have to take pictures and work on that and save the money and get the new equipment. Don't make this lack of equipment your excuse to not move forward. Start with the basics, okay? Gather all the tools, materials, supplies you need. And then this is also about going with the flow. Don't resist the flow. Your intuition has been trying to tell you for a while that it's time to take action. It's time to get these tools and supplies together and just get started, step by step. And they're saying, don't be in a state of resistance where you're just putting it off till tomorrow. Start today. So I hope that this resonates with you. All right, those of you guys who choose number 2, the keys, let's get started on your message. And I am going to post this after. So anybody who's just joining right now, we're doing a pick a card reading. And after this, I'll be taking questions. So what action do you need to take right now? So first of all, they're saying you need to make a decision when it comes to your work and your career. For some of you guys, it might be about quitting a job or something. Like, it might be it's time for you to step away from your career or the path that you're on career-wise and look for another job. So this might actually be about getting your resume together, because this is talking about like a break. And usually this is the breakup card, but seen next to the responsibility and work card, it's almost like it's time to break up with like your toxic workplace or a job that's just not serving you anymore. And so it's like you've been in this job for many years or for weeks, months, and you're just going around in circles and you feel like you can't get through the door. Maybe you've made it as far as you can in this line of work. Maybe you're a manager and you're doing well, but you're like, there's a cap. I can only make, $18 an hour or something like that off this job, and it's not enough for me and I need more. And it's like, there's been these insecurities surrounding like your energy level and finances. Like maybe the job is just draining you and taking away your energy and just making you feel exhausted. And so what I'm seeing is, don't put off building your resume and like putting your resume together. It's time to make a decision. Do you want to stay in this job or not? And if not, it's time to get your resume together. And they're saying yes, like you're going to be doing a lot better a couple months from now. I see you in a different job. I see you in a different situation. And they're saying it's time to step away from this. It's not serving you anymore, and allow yourself to heal. So I hope that resonates. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, may not resonate with everyone, but I hope it helps whoever chose number 2. So if you choose number 3, the snow quartz, let's get started. What action do you need to take? It is the first quarter moon. It's the time in the moon cycle where we are taking action. First of all, they're saying you have so many opportunities around you. The message for you right now is not to shut yourself off to other people. Because oftentimes when you wish, when you dream, when you set goals, when you fantasize, when you are trying to manifest something, the universe often sends the message and the answers to your prayers through other people. So this is the soul family card, the reunion card, talking about there's a lot of people that want to connect with you out there. So maybe the next step for you is actually about putting yourself out there online and like creating a community. If you've been wanting to create an Instagram or a YouTube or a Facebook group to like, talk about your cause or your mission, or just be vulnerable and be yourself and connect with others, maybe that's a message to work towards that. For some of you guys, this footwork's going to have to be done in person. You know, if there is somebody who's a new friend or someone you've met on your path or an acquaintance, ask them out to lunch, you know, get to know them, see what's up with this. You know, there's no coincidence why this person's been and these people are being sent to you or will be sent to you. Nobody who comes into your life is by accident. Nobody comes into your life by accident. There is something to learn from every relationship, and there are blessings to be received. I do see you've been kind of going through the dark night of the soul and been kind of staying in your cave, and you're just like going to work and then coming home and then just like watching Netflix and chilling, going on the internet. And that's been satisfying you, like, you know, a little bit, but I think you're a little depressed because you really need to connect with people more and get out and celebrate. And so schedule a night out with your girlfriends, or like a game night or something if you can. And if you're alone, then, you know, try a meetup app or something and see if you can open yourself up to new energy. I just feel like the next step for you is to reach out to a new friend, to build more connections, to be networking, to put yourself out there, to be more vulnerable. There are some big opportunities that are going to come to you through that path. So anyways, I hope this resonates with you guys, and I would like to introduce John. He is my partner in life and also my partner in work. He's wearing his ring. I'm not wearing mine. I never wear my ring. Maybe I should put it on. I'm trying to find it. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah. It's mixed up in my jewelry bag. Anyways, John, say hi and like entertain them. I'm trying to find my ring.
Hi. I don't know.
Tell them what your channel is all about and like what you've been up to.
Well, lately, in India, I kind of dropped off for a little while. I was kind of doing a little bit of, I don't know, I guess kind of exploratory work.
And he was working really hard for me. John's actually the person who checks the emails. So anytime you guys are emailing, you're actually talking to John. You're not talking to me.
It's a secret.
It's a secret. He makes my schedule, and yeah, he helps so much. I would not be able to do all this work without him. So
yeah, running the Squarespace, making sure it's all working correctly, all of that.
Yeah.
But I've been getting back into making videos. A lot of my videos lately, I've been on dream stuff, because that's really what my kind of exploring was, that I was doing in India, was on dream stuff. I recently found some topics on YouTube. I found a guy named Sergio Magana who's talking about an older tradition called the Toltec tradition. It's kind of related to, I mean, obviously it's different, but related to the Mayan tradition for lucid dreaming. And so I've been really into that. So I've been making videos on lucid dreaming and dream interpretation. But I also like, I mean, honestly, I could talk about just about anything. I talk a little too much, probably, so.
Yeah, so I'm going to leave a link to John's channel below after I post this, so definitely subscribe and follow him. He interacts with his followers a lot. Like, if you drop a question in his comments and he has time, he'll answer it for free. Also, if you go to my website, promiseharmony.com/services, and you scroll down, John is offering personal readings for only $33. So he is absolutely incredible. I love his readings. He interprets my dreams every day. It's the best. I found my ring. Hallelujah.
And
this is my ring.
Oh, and I guess for an intro.
Show them your ring.
Oh, yeah.
I like never wear my ring. I've only worn it like.
Covering my ring.
Oh.
There you go. Now they can actually see it.
No.
I do readings. I use the Cathar Tarot, which I just picked up before we left the States. It's a new one for me. It uses all these crazy old drawings that almost look like they were made, I don't even know, like 200-300 years ago. I also use runes, and this is my little book that I got to go with it. And I use medicine cards. which is kind of a more of a Native American tradition where they've compiled a lot of the classic American, you know, animals that are in the area and kind of the medicine that they represent. So that's usually what I use.
You guys notice the difference between John's cards and my cards? His are all nice and like perfect.
Yeah.
And mine are like
They're still shiny.
Mine are
really shiny.
Mine are worn and yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and start in some questions. John, how about you start first? So someone said, any positive messages for me? Queen Anne Dean says, any positive messages for me? Do you want to pull a rune? John's gonna start for Queen Anne Dean.
I'm gonna go with medicine.
Oh, you're going with, he's gonna pull from his medicine cards. Queen Anne Dean, we're gonna answer your question. You're looking for a positive message. John is going to answer.
Why don't you do something else while I'm doing this?
I think I'm gonna go eat something real quick.
Oh.
I'll be back.
Oh, you just wanted a break. All right, so any positive messages? All right. Any positive messages? Queen and Dean. Ooh, okay. So I'm getting the sense that there's kind of like this well, obviously you can see the butterfly here represents transformation. It also represents the different stages and like creative ideas and projects that you might be working on. The boar represents, you know, kind of attacking your fears, really aggressively challenging them. And the snake is more about recognizing that when you reach certain stages in your challenges, there's a time where you're going to recognize that the skin that you're in, so to speak, maybe it could be an identity that you're hanging on to, can actually be the one thing that's keeping you from moving forward in situations. It also talks about the medicine of the snake being one of rhythm, of one of kind of like dance, it talks about in the book here, in the medicine card book, it talks about kind of like seducing the rhythm of the universe through dance and through moving your body. So positive messages, I would say this is a great time for you for your projects, because this project, I don't know what it is that you're working on. It could be work related. It could be just you know, your own little hobby idea or dream baby. And the snake really represents kind of the shedding of identity. The butterfly, I think in this case, is talking about your project. I think it's saying right now is kind of like a seize the opportunity, where you have a period where you're going to be able to really I don't know, it's like this period where a lot of things are going to be changing. And so this is a great time for you to jump on your project. You have done a lot of work on yourself in terms of, I think, internal work, but there's some fear that's still been holding you back. So the message here is to really kind of aggressively go after it. The boar, the story behind the boar is, it definitely tells you that you kind of have to master, so to speak, the beast that's inside of you, which in this case I think is saying, don't be afraid. This project, this dream that you have, is part of your transformation. It's important, I think, right now to really be very proactive and really move forward on it. Take lots of action to really build up your courage and energy and practice every day towards your dreams, and to really aggressively. It's just like in the book it talks about like attacking it, like aggressively, because if you've ever run into a boar in the forest, I don't know how many of you out there have.
I have.
But boars, they don't stand down. If they have something in front of them that is, you know, threatening, they will charge and they just go right at it. And so I think that's your positive message here, is it's a time to really just go for it.
Awesome. So, Queen Andine, that is your message. I hope that resonates with you, and we will definitely upload this after so you can like listen to it again. But I'm gonna go ahead and move on and answer a question. It's my turn now. Let's see. Hang on. I saw one that caught my eye. I want to scroll up again and look at it. Hang on. Okay, John Sepulvedo. Hey, I need your help. I'm about to graduate high school and I don't know what I want to do. I love social media and music. Please help. Thank you. That's a fun question. First of all, I do want to tell you that if you want to do social media and music, you don't necessarily have to go to college. But if you're not going to go to college, then you need to hustle and you need to work your ass off every day towards your dream. You know, maybe going to a music school might work for you, and I'm sure that colleges have courses for social media and stuff like that right now, but just know, depending on what your situation is, if your parents are going to pay for college or you have a scholarship, then take the opportunity. But if you're going to have to pull out loans and you're going to have to get yourself in debt to do it, it might not even be worth it because the system is crumbling. What do you have to say, John, about the system and college and stuff like that? Not to hate on college, you know, if you're going to be a surgeon or a doctor, please go to college. I don't want you operating on me without a degree, but if you want to go to school, like if you want to do social media or music, you have an option. Do you want to just forge your own path or do you want to go to school? What do you have to say about college? Because we talk about this all the time, because John and I actually both dropped out of college because we realized at one point we were artists and we didn't need it anymore. And yeah. As soon as we dropped out of college, we were able to spend our time actually working towards our dreams and accomplishing it. I realized, oh my gosh, I'm going to be so much older when I get out of college. I need to take advantage of my youth and get these opportunities now. As a fashion stylist, you know, as a healer, as an artist. John is actually a musician. He wrote this music. You want to turn it up and show, his name is John too. You want to show him the music that you wrote?
That's as loud as it gets.
Oh.
Okay, so for college...
He says he doesn't want to go to college, but tell him a little bit about it.
So the issue with college in the past was, college was great for the kinds of resources that they could give you, the kinds of jobs and connections and internships. And now, obviously, it's probably why you're not that interested in college. You can probably tell, as far as music and social media is concerned, that the leverage that the institutions have on those kinds of jobs is gone. They really just they really just kind of put you in a situation where you're throwing lots of money into it, and at the end of it, you're still stuck looking for a job. You don't really get handed one at the end like they did, you know, a while ago. It's not a passport. So for music and social media, honestly, if you have any kind of way of supporting yourself in the meantime, all you have to do, honestly, is just throw all of your extra time, every extra little minute, an hour that you have in the rest of the day, instead of watching Netflix, instead of distracting yourself with distracting yourself with the drama of other people's lives, to just put your headphones on, sit on a laptop, sit on your phone. There's apps for your phone you can make music on, like GarageBand and Oxy and those things.
GarageBand. So, John, write this down if you can. Are you there, John? Write down, there's an app called Oxy. There's one called Fruity Loops. And then there's GarageBand. So, this is what you want to download, and you want to start messing around with it. Yeah, John, write down these apps if you don't already know about it. And I'm pulling cards for you right now. And start working on making your music.
So here's Oxy. And it's a really simple one. It's not like a studio in your pocket or anything like that. This is like what you could say is more like storyboarding. You build up your little riffs, and you structure it into phrases and you make your song structures like that, you can export it into SoundCloud, you can export it into different programs. And so it makes it easier if you have a phone on you to put down song ideas. So like I said, just spend every waking moment you have when you're not working, when you're not trying to support your living situation, to just spend your extra time honing your skill, being creative. A lot of people think that, oh, I'm starting at the bottom, my music doesn't sound so good yet. They get overwhelmed with the kind of skill and expertise that they see around their peers. They think maybe they're not going to fit in. And the most important thing is to actually establish your own story and your own taste in music, your own taste in things, and to really hone that by exploring musically, exploring every different avenue of music you can, every different style, and collaborating. Collaborating is so important.
Getting
for
that
music.
here for you.
Especially for music, collaborating is huge. Obviously, you probably know that if you're into social media, it just really, doubles, multiplies exponentially the kind of experience you're gonna get when you work with other musicians, especially ones who work in different genres than you do. They're gonna be able to give you tons of insight into just feelings and grooves and sounds and themes and all kinds of stuff. It's just, anyways.
Yeah, you need to move to a city or like kind of like outside of the city so that you can be close to the art community and the music community. And then you're just going to have to hustle and get a job and just work your ass off at that. And part-time, working towards your talents, your gifts, your goals, your dreams. And just don't give up. To be honest, it took me 10 years of working for free as a fashion stylist before I got my first paid gig. But the thing is I didn't really care. I had so much fun all those 10 years working towards my dreams. So if you love music and social media, just go for it. Don't worry about the money, it will come. I always tell people, might as well die trying. It's gonna take some time and some commitment, but the good thing is you're young and you have so much ahead of you. Don't waste your time trying to go to college or community college for a couple years and fuck around in your small town or whatever. Save up.
Go to the College of YouTube.
Yeah, get your ass to the city. Go to the College of YouTube. Start social media. Start, document, don't create. Document your journey. Post yourself messing around with your guitar. Post little samples of your music. Take pictures of everything in your journey and just go for it. So your reading real quick is there's validation coming out. This is part of your path, You are going to be doing really, really good at this. And I feel like as far as social media goes, you're just basically going to be promoting yourself. So start now. Start promoting yourself. Trust that this is the right path for you. Also, there's something going on. I feel like there's a love connection or twin flame connection or something like that coming in your life. Maybe you end up doing music with another person or collaborating with someone, or you meet someone romantically who ends up being a big inspiration for you. Or perhaps you end up moving to the city and like moving in with somebody and that like helps you out or something. Something about like someone you're gonna meet, like a soulmate that's actually gonna help you along this journey. And then, you need to meet people. You need to connect with other artists. So you need to get to the city, and wherever your heart is calling you to go right now, get a job and work and save up the money and get to the city and just go for it. You're young. You've got nothing to lose. We hope this resonates with you, John. And if you ever want coaching or a personal reading or anything from me or John, you can always go to my website, promiseharmony.com/services. We coach people on how to move from their small town to the city, or on how to become a musician, or how to be, do your YouTube or get your social media going. So if you're ever interested.
And I was going to say two things. One thing, make sure, there's one thing we've been learning. I've been watching a lot of Gary Vaynerchuk stuff, and one of the things he's really trying to drive home, and we've realized it now that we've had a chance to get a lot more time to ourselves due to kind of getting out of the 9-to-5 kind of work, is don't take on a job that steals your time, because your time is the most valuable thing. If you have to take a pay cut and eat ramen in order to get the time that you need to hone your skills, to create the music, to network, to put yourself out there, to make content, if you have to take a cut do it.
Yeah,
Because
even if
your
you have to
time
wear
is-
the same outfit every day and you don't have money for clothes or something.
Right.
When I moved to LA, I literally had like, oh my God, I had like this one outfit I wore every day, and I would pull designer clothes, and sometimes like I would wear them to events because I had nothing to wear because all my money was going into my business at the time. So
Yeah, so take a pay cut if you have to, because that small amount of money that you're losing is time. That's
Yeah.
what it's worth, and that's what's it may take a year, 2, 3 years. It doesn't matter how long it takes if you're grinding and you're doing what you love. At the end of the day, when you go to bed at night and you're going to sleep, you're going to be exhausted and you're going to be excited.
Yeah.
The fact that you've been able to actually move a little bit forward in your passion and your dream, and it's going to
Yeah.
help you sleep better at night.
yeah, hustle, don't get a full-time job, get a bunch of roommates, and eat ramen, and you'll be good.
Second thing I was going to say with social media is obviously, if you're into social media and you want to put together a business, obviously, like we were saying earlier, marketing yourself is the best way to show other people that you know how to market something. You have the courage and you have the commitment and conviction to take the right steps to do it yourself.
Yeah.
And that way you can show other companies or other personal, brands how to do that too.
Yeah. Anyways, John, I'm going to leave the link to this John's channel below after I upload this reading, and you can follow his channel. His videos are talking a lot about this kind of stuff. So anyways, we have to answer more people's questions. We spent a lot of time on that one. I think we're just really passionate about that. We've been through that whole journey ourselves.
I think a lot of other people.
Sarah Okur, ramen is so bad for you. The noodles take days to digest in your stomach. I know, ramen is awful. I don't, to be honest with you, I don't eat ramen. I'm gluten intolerant, and I try to eat mostly raw vegan. Yeah.
It's more of an expression.
But it's more of an expression. Yeah. Maybe beans and rice, or just eating salad.
Yeah.
But I agree, ramen,
Give your body fuel. You don't need to splurge on, fancy dining out and going out drinking with friends. That's basically the idea.
Yeah. Okay, so John says, wow, thank you guys so much. That means a lot. Well, congrats on graduating high school. We're happy for you. So, SG, will we be in a committed relationship or will he move on? I'm going to take this one on. So, SG, will we be in a committed relationship or will he move on? Huh. Okay, I think you guys will be in a committed relationship because I got the true love card next to the trust card. This situation is calling for you to have faith. I mean, no shit, It seems like you are really into this person. You guys have just started dating, but you're worried, like, is this gonna end to a DTR, or does this person just wanna hook up, or are they leading me on, or are they gonna find someone else? But to be honest, I think this is true love here. They're saying this is the romance of a lifetime. So I think you can trust the connection you have with this person and know that you will be ending up in this committed relationship. If that happens, come back and comment on one of my videos and let me know. I would love to know if this prediction comes through. I'm feeling good vibes around this connection. So I'm gonna answer another one and then I'll let John answer one. So what message do I need to listen to right now? Kriti Trihan. Sorry if I said that wrong. Kriti Trihan. What message do I need to hear right now? Okay, so Kriti, what I see for you is that you're really frustrated with your finances right now. Because for some reason, it seems like there's a block to the energy with your finances coming through. Like you're working really hard, almost like a slave, and it's just like you're not getting very much. And so I actually do ultimately see you being fulfilled, and there's a message about a new opportunity coming in your life and like a time of rebirth coming for you. This is saying there's going to be a renewal of this energy, and like the flow is going to be back on in your life. But right now, this energy is reversed. It's talking about delays. So to be honest with you, I think this is a message about being really careful and like kind of saving some money for later and being aware this energy is affecting you right now, but I don't see it affecting you for that long. I have a feeling in the next 3 months, there's going to be an opportunity. There's going to be more customers, more clients coming your way, more opportunities for money or perhaps a new job. So they're just saying, I feel like this is spirit saying, we see you. We know what your worry and your stress is right now. And yes, this is happening and the energy will pass. And so just continue to remind yourself that you are not your circumstances. You know, that should be your affirmation right now. I'm not my circumstances. I am not my circumstances. And continue to look for opportunities to increase your abundance, because there are infinite opportunities out there. Follow your heart and continue to pray for your finances to flow towards you. I think the flow will be back on within a couple months. It's just like a tight spot right now. So save and don't, you know, splurge on anything crazy, and just be open. There, you will be fulfilled. It's not going to be like this forever. I think there's going to be a big transformation in this area of your life. So I hope that resonates with you. And let's, John's going to answer a question right now. Let's see. Sarah O'Kerr, what can I do to heal physically right now? Can you answer that question?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so John is going to answer for Sarah O'Kerr. Any message on what I can do to heal physically right now? Just remember.
I know. Okay.
Just answer another one.
Okay. All right, Sarah. So healing physically. All right, so before I go into the reading, I would just say in general, depending on what your experience is with what you're dealing with, if this is something that's chronic or something that is just kind of a temporary injury, most of the time when you go to a doctor, which obviously I don't want to contradict anything that any of your actual physicians might say, but obviously doctors are going to tell you what is really physically going on and what they can physically do and physically change or chemically change, and the other half of what you can do is obviously got to do with what's going on in your mind, and they've got tons of proof showing that actually doing meditation, visualizing healing, visualizing stuff like white blood cell counts growing literally works as a supplement to what you're doing with your physician. So I definitely believe in the power of the mind, the power of concentration, of visualization and meditation. So definitely, if you don't have a practice already for that, I would suggest starting that up. But I'm going to pull a couple cards and see what medicine, funny enough, medicine, it's funny. Anyways, what kind of medicine you could use to help. Because in my experience, a lot of times physical ailments, obviously you could be hit by a car or cut by something or some kind of an accident, but a lot of times healing takes place by addressing sometimes an emotional core of that injury or of that ailment. And so I think that's maybe what this reading will help to kind of dig into, is maybe an option for you to consider digging into emotionally. So okay. So obviously the armadillo, you probably know armadillo's got plenty of armor. This is about boundaries. This is about knowing yourself, knowing where you end and when you begin. The owl has a lot of kind of mystic associations, obviously associated with death, but also with the vision at night, you know, great, really enhanced perception. Let me see. Just give me one sec. Yeah. Okay, so I think this is a reminder here. The mountain lion talks about kind of carrying responsibility, and that this is about some kind of leadership opportunity for you. Sometimes with ailments, depends on how other people around you see you. Sometimes you might see somebody who's sick or who has some kind of permanent injury or who's disabled or any of those kinds of different issues. And they have this idea that what happens physically is going to limit your ability to have a happy life. And that's just not true. And so I feel like this is an opportunity for you to establish yourself as a leader, that you can overcome whatever kind of obstacles you may have been given due to this ailment, and to show others how that's really not an issue for you, that you can continue to move forward despite whatever kind of things are happening. The armadillo says, I think the medicine here is to begin to know yourself. If for some reason whatever you're experiencing is giving you time off your feet and forcing you to slow down and to, you know, spend more time in the quiet, this is definitely a time to get to know yourself more. I think that's definitely a good time during healing, is time to slow down, be introspective, do, like I said, do some meditations, maybe journaling. And the last one, I think I just need to...
Well, real quick, Sarah, I want to say this is a meditation technique I've used before, and this might help anyone else who's here and listening. A week ago, I had this horrible migraine, and it was so intense. And I remember learning from Teal Swan, actually, this technique. And actually, I've heard this technique from a couple different spiritual healers, where you do this thing where you like go into the pain. So what I did is I took some deep breaths and I brought myself into a meditation, and I focused on the pain, this crazy migraine I had. I had taken medicine, I had been eating healthy, I had been drinking water, I had been resting, and the migraine wouldn't go away. I was like crying, and John was like trying to help me, and it just, nothing was helping. And so I did this meditation, I laid down, and I focused on the pain, and then I asked the pain, what message do you have for me? Is there anything I'm ignoring? Is there any action I need to take? And I listened, and my intuition, or like the pain, actually spoke to me in this meditation. And it told me, first of all, that I needed to stay away from sugar, like even sugary fruits, even sugary drinks. And then it also told me that I needed to stay off of my phone for a while. And the pain also told me that I needed to do more gentle exercise. I had been doing a lot of like workouts and HIIT cardio and stuff like that, and weightlifting, and it told me instead of that I needed to do yoga, and that I needed to do like swimming instead. And so after I came out of the meditation, I wrote some notes down on what like the pain had told me. And then all of a sudden I realized the migraine was gone. It just completely disappeared, and I felt 100% better. And it was the weirdest thing. Sometimes I think the pain comes to us to teach us something. You know, our bodies are holistic, you know, body, mind, and spirit. And so the pain is very physical, you know, but there could also be something more emotional, like a root cause that's tying you to the pain, or it could be trying to speak to you. So try that meditation, and who knows, maybe you could have a miraculous healing. Maybe not, you know, but at least you can take more steps to like help this healing in a way. So John, what is the last card? Oh, Sarah, the meditation, it actually was a meditation that I just did myself. I simply laid down on my bed and put some relaxing music on, and I took deep breaths, and then I focused on the pain and just really brought it into my consciousness until it was like so intense. And then I just in my mind spoke to the pain and asked it, what do I need to know about this pain? What is your message? What action do I need to take? What am I avoiding? What do I need to do? And I opened up a space, and through my intuition and through my thoughts, the pain spoke to me. And so it's kind of like using your imagination a little bit. Trust whatever messages come up. But yeah, this meditation was actually one that I led myself through personally. So try it. Hopefully that helps, Sarah.
Okay, so the last card is talking about perception, like I was mentioning. Owls have a great ability to really see very clearly what the truth is. There's obviously a lot of association with magic and omens and these things. Tons of information about that, but I think what's sticking out to me is actually recognizing what the truth of the situation is. And I feel like if you're talking about physical healing, I feel like it's important to also talk about that, you know, our experience as humans is not purely physical. If you were to live your life just for the purely physical aspects of being here, you're not going to live a very happy life. And if you look at your experience, you know, as far as what's going on, you know, kind of in your mind, I think with physical healing, it's also important to kind of cultivate, I don't know if that makes sense, but kind of cultivate strength in the mind, and strength and energy, your ability to like concentrate and focus throughout the day is very important. Not like having periods where you're losing track of time, not having periods where you are kind of spacing out. So I feel like this whole spread here altogether is talking about overcoming this and using this as an opportunity to show others that this is not a limiting issue for you, that you can continue to have strength internally. Obviously this here is also a reminder of what the real truth is, the spiritual truth of the situation, and here getting to know more about yourself in the process.
Amazing. Oh my gosh, I love that message, John. So you guys, we have come to the end of this session. Thank you so much for being here. If you're interested and you would like to receive a reading from me or John, head to promiseharmony.com/services. John's readings are only $33 right now.
That's a Skype.
For a Skype.
Yeah.
And then how much is the video readings?
22.
Oh, his video readings are only $22 and his Skype is $33. So wow, that's a really great price. That's significantly more affordable than my price. He's just trying to grow his clientele right now. He has a lot more time on his hands than I do right now.
Yeah, I had a lot more when I was stationary, and now that we're moving around, I need a lot more online work, so.
Yeah, so if you're interested, you can purchase readings from John on my website. You just have to scroll down, you'll see an option, and you can just purchase it. The prices are there. I think I have a couple more sale spots left. If you want a love reading, I think I have like four. I have 4.
In-depth?
Yeah,
for
4.
65.
Yeah, it's for $65. It's on sale. Usually my in-depth readings are $85. So my in-depth readings are usually $85, but I have 4 love in-depth readings on sale for only $65. So check that out on the website. It'll say I have 4 spots left. If you're interested, you'd like to receive a love reading, an in-depth reading on sale, check that out. And yeah, thank you guys again for all of your support, and I just really appreciate you guys being here. You guys have made my life so amazing and so fun. I love this community. Anytime I'm lonely, I just go live. I love it. You guys have been so amazing, and I look forward to meeting more of you guys. I'm traveling the world, and I'm going to be traveling for a while. I don't want to stop traveling. I'm probably going to be doing this for the next couple years, and I'll be doing meetups all over the world. If you ever notice that I'm in your country, hit me up. We can meet up. I've met people in India. I've met people in Egypt. I've met people in France. I met people in London. And so if you ever want to know where I'm at in the world, you can follow me on my Instagram. __harmony, and on my Instagram sometimes. So, you guys, I love you all.